Hello there and welcome back again. Thank you for subscribing, and today we're going to cover module number 5, and it's going to be all about how to build up your credit if you don't have a credit history, and if you have poor credit, how you can actually improve that credit history. So to start, you have two ways to start building credit. One is through reporting your rent, and two, you're going to use prepaid credit cards. So there are a couple of websites that you can actually leverage and your rental payment, and that's going to help you increase or create some type of credit history over time. So the first one is Rental Karma. The second one is Rent Reporter, and the third one is Rent Track. So once again, you have Rental Karma, Rent Reporters, and Rent Track. And again, don't worry about jotting down the links. I'm actually going to provide them to you in the description box down below, so that way you can just click on it and get access to them right away. And prepaid credit cards. This one, I'm just going to keep it at a very high level. The next module on, it's going to be all about credit cards, and same thing, I'm going to do a breakdown for credit cards for those who don't have a credit history, those who need to increase their credit history, and those who already have established credit history. But basically, in a nutshell, a credit card works kind of like a debit card in a way. So you're going to apply for a credit card through a bank, and you're going to agree on a predetermined amount that you are going to deposit into the card right away. So you can do as little as 300, you can do as little as 4, 5, whatever amount of money you're actually comfortable with. And there's actually a third way for you to build your credit. I didn't include this here before because it hasn't been implemented yet by the credit bureaus, but I believe it's Experian or Equifax. They're actually planning to leverage your cell phone bill as a way to help you either build credit or just continue to improve your credit history. And the way they're going to do about it is you simply provide a copy of your bank statement, and they're going to see how often and how punctual your phone bill payments are, and then they're going to take that into consideration for you to build your credit. Now, if you're someone in between, meaning your credit is not too good but not too awful, well, this is going to get really, really interesting. So what you're going to do first is you're going to open up a personal loan. So you can go to companies like Upstart, Upgrade, Lemon Tree, and so on. And there is a lot more out there. It's just these are the 3 that I can remember from the top of my head. And again, don't worry, I'm going to provide you the link down in the description box. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to find more other than these 3. And basically what you're going to do, you're going to take a look at your total amount of credit card debt that you have, and you're going to try to pay that off with this personal loan. And you can do that this way, or you can use some of your money in your 401k or your savings, but that kind of like defeats the purpose of what you're trying to do. What you're trying to do is just to put more and more cash aside so you can use that as a down payment for an investment property that you're trying to buy or like build up your portfolio. So try not to touch that cash and try to sort of like recreate it someplace else. And so in this case, you're gonna get a personal loan. Yes, I know the rates are gonna be high, but hear me out. I have a solution for this. You're gonna take this and whatever amount of money, 15, 20, 30,000, whatever they approve you, and you're gonna take that money and you're gonna pay down the debt in your credit card, right? So now we're all clear. You're gonna have to wait roughly about a month. That's when the credit card companies report to the credit bureaus, and your credit score is going to be updated with the new awesome new score that you're going to get by paying down the debt. And you're going to go ahead, you're going to open 0% credit cards, and you're going to replicate the same trick that I told you with that 0% credit card. You're going to utilize Venmo services, right? Or plastic. And again, I'm going to provide you the link down in the description button for these 2 as well. You're going to leverage each of these services, and you can go ahead and take money out. You're going to pay your rent using plastic. You're gonna take some of the cash out by sending it to your friends, family, siblings, and have them giving you the money back. And with that money, you can either push it aside, or you can just simply use that money and pay down the personal debt because the percentage is high. So it all depends on what you're comfortable with. If you're okay by having a loan that's at 20+%, as long as you have that extra cash on the side to continue to expand your real estate portfolio, then that's awesome. I personally chose to keep the debt on the personal loan, and I'm repaying that slowly every month because I got the best out of the credit card. I actually paid down my credit cards, went all the way, my credit score actually went all the way up to 700 and something, and I was able to get more and more credit cards thanks to that. Now, you might be wondering, how does taking out a personal loan benefit me other than paying my credit card debt down? Because I'm still going to be seen as someone who owns money. That is true, but a personal loan actually falls into a different category. So without getting into the nitty-gritties and overcomplicated things, there's two types of debt. I'm sure you read that in the Rich Dad Poor Dad books. There's good and there's bad debt. So what is bad debt? Credit cards. Only if you don't know how to manage them correctly. If you're using it the way I'm teaching you right now to leverage the money to continue to increase your portfolio, great. Don't use it to go out on a fancy dinner when you can be using that money for something else, or buying that pair of expensive jeans. Anything that is non-value add, be careful. Do it when you have the money, but not when you're trying to build your portfolio. So credit cards tend to fall under bad credit unless you know how to use it. And then there's good credit. What exactly is a good credit? It's anything that's long-term. So you have mortgages, car loans, and personal loans, right? What makes this good credit and what makes this bad? Well, it's revolving. You can open and then continue to pay down, and then you use it again, you pay down, you use it again, you use it, you pay down. And it's kind of like a cycle that goes back and forth. It's a never-ending cycle. However, with mortgages, car loans, and personal loans, you have a beginning and an end, right? You usually pay down your loan, and that's the end of the story. You close it down. It's not a revolving thing. It doesn't act like a credit card. So if you show how you can actually manage this correctly, then this becomes part of the good credit. They both equally impact your credit. It's just a matter of how you actually learn to manage it. So bad credit can actually become good credit if you manage to pay it down and keep it under the 20% rate utilization. And how do you do that? One, paying it down, or just simply opening up new credit cards so that your credit line keeps growing, and your debt keeps looking smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's it for this module. I hope you find this information very valuable. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. And without further ado, I'll talk to you next time. See ya.